Welcome, welcome. My name is Sean Delaney, and I am here with this week's edition of our Six Cups of Joe series, talking a little bit about social media and online engagement for SWA. I have the great pleasure of being our social media coordinator, so I am the face behind all of those posts happening across different platforms, and I'd love to walk you guys through those different options and talk a little bit about how we are encouraging engagement from our members. So as we get started, I do just want to share a personal anecdote that is just making my day. I live in Columbus, Ohio. I work at an independent school here in town. And anybody that has lived in the Midwest knows that surviving a Midwest winter essentially awards you a badge of honor. And sure enough, we had a cold snap last weekend that was a real heartbreaker. But temperatures are up, the sun is out, and I truthfully don't know who's happier, if it's me, my dog, or my gardens. So it's been great to kind of warm up and really launch into spring and start down this home stretch of the school year, also being able to hop outside and enjoy this weather, especially being homebound during this time. So I hope that everybody is able to enjoy some outdoor space and some fresh air over the next couple of days and weeks. For me, it's been a really grounding opportunity. Like I said, today we're going to talk through social media platforms as well as a new feature through the website, the membership portal that I'll be showing you. And I just want to talk a little bit about how these three primary platforms that we use function, how we're choosing to share out information through them and disseminate important updates to all of you. And then also this new feature that I'll show you how to log into and go into our new forum setting, which is going to be really exciting. So I'm going to go ahead and start with our Facebook page. I have gone ahead and switched my view so it should look like what you see when you log on to Facebook and go to our page. A couple of important things just to be aware of here. As you know, I think probably the better part of our membership is actively using Facebook more than any other platform at this time. That is really consistent with what we're seeing with school social workers and social workers across the board. Twitter continues to be kind of an emerging platform, and Instagram tends to be accessed primarily by some of our younger demographics, but we are seeing increasing engagement on that as well. For the SWA Facebook page, there's a couple of great functions right off the bat that I want to show you guys. The first is that there is an opportunity to reach out to SWA right from the Facebook page. So if tracking down an email or contact information feels kind of cumbersome, or you don't want to travel over to the website, you are able to email us or send us a direct message. There are a handful of us that monitor those inboxes, and I'll talk a little bit more about those contact points later on. But feel free to use that. I am checking the Facebook inbox regularly and can always redirect your inquiry to the right person if I don't have the answer right off the bat. The other thing to be aware of, especially as we hopefully have some events happening again over the course of the next year, timelines to be determined, those events will live in this little events tab over here. So once we're able to reinitiate some gatherings, be on the lookout for posts about that, and those are great as reminders for events happening all across the country, whether that's conferences, delegate assemblies, etc. But as you scroll through here, I just want to show you and kind of highlight some of the things that we are broadcasting through Facebook. Facebook is one of the more friendly and accessible platforms in terms of length of the post and the different kinds of multimedia. So Facebook really is a housing spot for 95% of our content, if not everything. It's much more compatible than Twitter and Instagram for some of the things we like to share out. So you will definitely see a really broad overview of material from SWA through the Facebook page. This post went up this morning talking a little bit about some resources. We also are always kind of updating on webinars and professional development opportunities. And then as you go a little bit further down in here, you'll see reminders about upcoming events. We've been really working hard to make sure that all of our platforms are increasingly visually pleasing and that you've got some good aesthetic appeal. So adding images, videos, and other content to make sure that we're able to grab your attention more than anything, because we want you to be aware of all the things that are being shared out on here. You'll also see important updates reminding you about things like the conference and the innovative way in which we are reapproaching our summer conference. So a lot of great updates and news taking place on this space. And sometimes, just like in this post here, we'll be soliciting feedback from you. That feedback really helps us to better understand how we're addressing your needs and supplying resources and supporting all of you in response to COVID, for example, or maybe other initiatives that we're launching and we're soliciting feedback. I know our inboxes become really overwhelming, and sometimes it's nice just to scroll through a social media platform and maybe catch up on things that were a little overwhelming in the eval or in other places. And so we really work hard to target this information, make it timely, make it accessible, and make it fun. A big thing that we want to be emphasizing too is just some self-care, some of the blog posts, some of the reading, really providing you guys with an outlet and a space for support and resources. And so many people are really familiar with the Facebook platform. Again, it's a space where you're going to see a lot of our content, if not all of our content housed. And so I'd just like to kind of highlight some of those pieces. We also encourage you to share out posts. So if you're an active Facebook user, if you are liking, commenting, or sharing on any of these posts, a lot of times that will then pop up in other people's feeds, and that's a great way to be getting more information out to more people. And so I would encourage you to be engaging in that way too. We love links, we love clicks, right? We're able to track some of that data, which is awesome. But we're also trying to reach bigger and broader audiences. Liking, commenting, and sharing are great ways to do that, or tagging other folks that you think might be interested. It's just another awesome way for us to get that message out. From here, I'm actually going to segue over to our Twitter page. So our Twitter page is really active for a number of reasons. One is we are tweeting out information really regularly as well. As you may or may not know, Twitter does have a character limit. So when I say that Facebook tends to be a little friendlier with some of our content, we want you guys to have as much information and description as possible, but sometimes we're a bit limited with Twitter. So you might see something on Twitter and you're seeking more information. We try and live link everything that we put on there so that you can find additional information through those links. But Twitter is also a space where organizations that we're associated with, members that are following us, share out awesome resources. So you're definitely getting a lot more diverse perspective and some additional things that might not necessarily land on our Facebook page through Twitter. So as I kind of scroll through here, this is just the stuff that we posted, but you will also start to see, if you follow us, things that members and other associated organizations are sharing out as well. So if I actually go over to our homepage, you'll start to see, for example, Stephanie Ochaki is one of our members. She has tweeted stuff out and tagged us in here. We will retweet some of this content, but it would also appear on your Twitter feed as a follower of SWA. So thinking about some of these other resources that folks regionally are putting out and generating that might be really pertinent to you, Twitter is a great space to find that. The other thing I want to highlight is that we have started using a new hashtag, hashtag SSWjobs. So you might have seen some posts about that, but we are actively trying to get information out to all of you about job postings. Twitter is the primary landing spot for that, but they are also available through the website. And you can find more information on that through some of the recent postings, and we'll continue to share that out with you guys as well. But I did want to make sure that was on your radar. You can see here somebody has posted a job opening in their area. So making sure we're connecting school social workers to professional opportunities as well as resources and support. Twitter is also a great opportunity for community building in a different way. And there's a lot more kind of click here, and you land in these really cool spaces that you might not have found otherwise. I would also say about Twitter that our partner organizations, for example, schoolsocialwork.net, are really active on Twitter. They're on Facebook as well, but you will see a lot more content being generated from them through the Twitter platform. And so if you're looking for a good wide array of things, then you'll find that on Twitter. The SWA account is actively following things like PBS Teachers and CASEL, for example, really trying to get some of that material accessible and easy to find for our members. So we are really intentional about who we follow and why, making sure that we are then creating a feed that feels most helpful and most applicable to school social workers nationwide, and in some cases even internationally as well, wanting to provide those resources and support to folks around the world. The final social media platform that I want to talk about is our Instagram. So Instagram is not typically a platform that's used through a web browser. It is much more device friendly. So if you're on your cell phone, Instagram tends to be a little easier to navigate, but you can see we do have a lot of followers. We've got almost 500 followers, and we are putting content up here that is really visually driven with some great information below, but just a really kind of aesthetically pleasing space to find updates, resources, and just some fun, kind of inspirational, thoughtful moments, just a moment to pause, ponder, reflect, etc. So I would encourage you, if you are a Instagram user, to be following us. You can find us at this handle, SWA_official. As you may or may not know, Instagram does not allow live links in their posts. And so we try to be really thoughtful about what is it that we want our followers to be able to access, because we can live link one thing up here in this description. Right now, we are linking to all of our COVID-19 resources. That will ebb and flow depending on kind of the focal point of our work in the moment. But that live link will take you right to the website with some of those COVID-19 resources. Again, the SWA Instagram is a great spot to peruse, to reflect, and just to check out some awesome photos. When we are meeting in person or even virtually, and we've got some of those big gatherings, we'll also share some images of that. The conference is one of my favorite times to be managing our Instagram. I'm able to catch regional groups and speakers, therapy dogs, all sorts of fun content is able to go up on Instagram, and we're really able to generate some excitement and some energy with our Instagram feed during those big events. The last thing I want to show you guys is something that is still very much in the works that I'm really excited about and can't wait to really launch and get going. And that is our new forum platform. So this is going to be housed under this login page at the website. So if you go to SWA.org and you log in as a member, it'll take you into that kind of back zone space where you would log in. I'm going to then take you straight over here to this tab where I'm already logged in. And you will see along this left-hand column, you've got a lot of different opportunities here. The one that I want to focus on today is forums. So this forum section, we are working to launch a number of different topics where we'll have staff members and regional reps, et cetera, overseeing and helping to facilitate these forums and sharing out great updates. But really, the hope is that this is a space also for members to build community, to share information, to be asking thoughtful questions, and just having those really authentic conversations. And this is a more kind of controlled private space. So we welcome and foster those opportunities on Facebook and Twitter as well. This kind of behind the scenes space is for members only to be having some of those discussions and engaging in those conversations as well. So we really wanted to create a platform that felt a little bit more monitored and controlled in terms of audience. So in this way, you will just be partnering and communicating with SWA members or SWA staff members. And you can see we've got a number of different topics here, looking at some COVID-19 resources and support, some different professional threads, a diversity, race, and equity thread, and then membership information. And as we get those launched, you'll see information on social media and through the eBell and other updates through SWA about how to access those and kind of what our expectation and how we want to get those going. So please stay tuned for additional updates on that. We're really excited about this new opportunity. And getting that off the ground for all of you, and thinking about how we might pilot a couple of those topic areas to see what works well, what is not working great, and we want it to be the most efficient and effective experience for our members as they continue to access those different resources behind the login portal on the website. So that was a pretty highbrow overview of our social media platforms and engagement, but I just wanted to share with you guys that it is really my pleasure to be helping to facilitate and generate content across these different spaces and places. I welcome your feedback, and we love having this information out there in the world to be shared as widely as possible. So if you're not already a member, please consider joining us. Please consider sharing out that information, articles, webinars, resources, quotes, things that make you laugh or smile. We want to be providing all sorts of stuff, and we've worked hard over the last couple of weeks, especially to not make it too COVID heavy, to be totally honest with you. We really want to present a diverse amount of content that doesn't kind of bog us down in all things that are happening around the world, but also being strategic and informed about resources and best practice in response to the pandemic as well. So hopefully you found that to be a good balance and you are feeling good about the content going out. Like I said, please feel free to provide and share feedback with us. The last little kind of note on behalf of SWA that I want to share is we love to hear from you. So if you've got a question or concern, please don't hesitate to reach out on the contact us at SWA.org email, or you are more than welcome to direct message us through any of the the platforms that I share, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all have a direct message capability, and somebody will get back to you ASAP or direct you to the right staff member that might be able to facilitate or answer your questions. I am so appreciative of this opportunity. I'm really grateful for Rebecca Oliver, the Executive Director, for affording me the opportunity to help manage the SWA social media accounts and be able to share with all of you today. I hope you continue to stay healthy and stay well. And thanks for all you're doing in the world of school social work.
Thank you, Sean. Thanks so much for sharing all of this, and thank you for your hard work. One thing I just wanted you to show folks is on this page you're at, if they have not, you're always in the Facebook and Twitter and Instagram accounts, and you know where to find them. But also when they log into this page, if you scroll down under that SWA website tab, there is a tab to go to each of our social media accounts in case someone does not know where those are. Back on the last page you were on.
Oh, yeah.
In the form,
right here.
And if you scroll down there, so if somebody doesn't know where to find our Twitter account or whatever, this is an easy place for them to be able to click to them so they can see all that great content you're putting up.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a great resource, and it's a one and done, guys. It'll take you right to where you need to go.
Yep. So thanks for your time today, Sean. Stay well. Thanks everybody for joining us, and we appreciate your follows, your shares, your comments on social media, and we love to see you engaged with the work we're doing. So thanks so much. Everybody have a good day.
Thanks, everybody.